The problems going forward that we saw last season are carrying on into this, so far anyway. I wonder if it could be a frustrating season for a lot of football fans. Not only is it going to be difficult to attend the matches, but I don't think too many clubs are going to be able to go crazy in the transfer market. Weaknesses of last season may well remain for many clubs. Fans may have to learn a little bit of patience in the next 12 months or so. This Briand with a little layoff to Houdin. Just over 5 minutes left in normal time here. Time enough for Bordeaux to snatch it, as they so often do against Nantes in the derby. Right down there between Kalou and Houdin. Even at the best of times, you often see players on different wavelengths at the stage of the season. Sabali up to Basic here. Castile. This time by Otavio, who's going to have to be careful. He's overstepped the mark once or twice in the second half. I think he did go into the referee's notebook there, actually, and foul too many for the Brazilian. He's the key man in midfield in many respects for Bordeaux. Palois. What a ball that was from the central defender. Good early cross too, but nobody in the box. Simon. Fabio suddenly playing on the left-hand side. Here's Giroto. What an ambitious effort that was. A little bit of desperation about it from the big central defender. Otavio to Basic.
Что? Ну ты даже ни одного аргумента в пользу этого не выдал.
The corner. Coco waiting in the middle along with three others, but Nort made a real mess of that. Ooh, and that's a late one on Kalou. That's got to be another yellow card. Pedro Chirivella mistimed that challenge. Chirivella has had a little difficulty on his Ligue 1 debut. Hasn't always picked the right pass. And he's certainly got his timing wrong there. Into the referee's notebook he goes. There'll be a lot more to come from him. Those that have seen him play for Liverpool say he's quite a promising talent. Final change, Ludovic Blas, another of those players who's only returned to training in the last couple of days after self-imposed quarantine. Comes on for the final stages here. Keita Bamba's run out of steam. I think a 0-0 will be disappointing for both sides in some respects, but I think there are some positives for Bordeaux to take under the circumstances. Christian Gourcuff may think so also, given the way that his preparations have been hampered. No foul against Udan there. Only seconds remain in the 90. No word about stoppage time just yet. 6 minutes. Sure where we got 6 minutes from, but Nantes will be pleased. It's going to give them every opportunity to snatch a winning goal here. Simon. Messing from Paul Bess. Bamba still on his way back to the technical area. And he left the field of play as far away from the bench as possible. It used to be a good time-wasting strategy, that. You can't do that anymore. Kalou knocked over. And the referee will brandish another. The referee will brandish another yellow card for that one. Brijan Diglu with a less than subtle challenge. He collects his first caution of the season. I think he's a little bit frustrated that his Liga debut hasn't gone quite as he would like. As we said a little earlier, don't be too overly critical of any of these players under the circumstances, but we will see better from them as the weeks and months go on. They are able to leave that one as the Bordeaux free kick was overhit. think all of these clubs and all of these players have got to feel their way back into the rhythms of Ligue 1 football. It has been the most monumental hiatus. Very nearly 6 months. And it's not easy to suddenly switch it back on again after all that time away. Certainly Bordeaux and Nantes have found that today. Here's Briand. Did well. And then picked out Calou. Bordeaux looking for an injury time winner here, but well, he couldn't take it away from Blas. Here's Simon's got a bit of space. Boateng has come across now and he's supported by Oudin. Briand, was he fouled by Palois? Referee says no. I'm with the referee on that one. Imran Louza. Simon swings it in. Koscielny got his head to it. Surely that's offside against Ndilu. Yes, it is. Bordeaux finished last season with only 2 league wins out of 12. It did always look like Paulo Sousa would be off at the start of the season. At the end of the season even. It's rather ironic given French football's longest hiatus in 70 odd years that Sousa only actually departed at the beginning of this month. And I think that has rather hampered Bordeaux's chances of getting off to a flyer today. Things might get even worse for them here. Blas. A wriggle away from trouble, and that's going to be a goal kick. And it's not within my powers to offer a man of the match award, but if it was, I think I would give it to Koscielny tonight. He's certainly been in the wars, and he's barely put a foot wrong all evening. Good choice of skipper by the new manager Jean-Louis Gasset. All that's missing for Bordeaux is a goal here. The new manager has been shown that his players will give him 100% on the pitch. In difficult circumstances, they've shown a lot of character today, but they haven't shown a lot of quality going forward. It's true of both teams, really. Both teams, really. Louza. Now or never for Nantes if they're going to win the derby. Simon. Chirivella. Floats one out wide. Coco might need a bit of help here. Misplaced the pass completely. Well, in a way, that little cameo. Both teams.
Ходила в финал Кубка УЕФА или Лиги Европы. Последний раз это было в 99 году, когда в московском финале играла Парма и выиграла тот финал. А в 98 году, в конце того века, Интер как раз выиграл Кубок УЕФА. Это был последний раз, когда итальянская команда, миланский клуб Интер, добирался до решающего матча этого клубного турнира. Вообще в своей истории Интер выходил в финал, трижды выигрывал, один раз проиграл в серии пенальти немецкому Шальке. Ну и вот в новом веке, в новой системе координат, Интер с Антонио Конте идет к вот этому заветному трофею, который, пожалуй, для Севильи уже стал родным. И не зря этот турнир многие уже переименовали в Лигу Севильи.
Ну, посмотрим, как будет на этот раз. Путь, конечно, у команд получился разным. Вообще в разных турнирах стартовали. Ну, а в биографии Севильи, конечно, великолепные нулевые, в течение которых 5 раз Севилья выигрывала Лигу Европы. До этого 2 раза Кубок УЕФА, причем делала это подряд, такими мини-сериями. Ну и 5 трофеев — это рекорд для всех европейских команд. А для Интера, конечно, время...
He's off after this game. It's his final game for Sevilla. He's been a proper servant for that football club, and what a classy footballer as well.
What a fabulous player. How on earth he didn't end up at one of the top teams, Barcelona, Real Madrid, or in the Premier League. Beautiful football player. And the way he played against United, it feels like he probably shouldn't go there yet. He could probably go there in a couple of years, but I'm sure he'll want to win a trophy. And Lautaro Martinez wants to win his first trophy he's going to be a star. So, lot to play for.
It's just a shame, of course, that like is happening across the world, they walk out to an empty stadium and music rather than thousands of fans. But we hope.
Evening, everybody. The scene is Cologne, which staged 5 World Cup games back in 2006. One of them, England 2, Sweden 2, which Steven Gerrard and Joe Coles, England scorers that night, will certainly remember. No English clubs, but this is a heavyweight final, all right. Sevilla, serial winners of this competition, and Inter, a club with so much history and tradition, trying to revive past glories in their famous blue and black stripes. Romelu Lukaku, what a move it's been for him from Manchester United to Inter, where he is big headline news in Italy.
Навар на чемпионате мира в финальном матче. Он Навар работал.
It's a final, let's be honest about it. We thought might never take place in this strange, tragic and traumatic year. So hats off to everybody who's enabled professional football to take place these past few months. And I can tell you, there were about 150 Inter fans who travelled from Italy in blue and black striped shirts outside the gates. They won't see the game, just wanted to cheer the team bus on the way in. Sevilla's top scorer, Lucas Ocampos, has been passed fit to play. Al-Nassiri, otherwise it's the team which accounted for United and Wolves. Eva Banega, the playmaker, playing his last game for Sevilla against one of his former clubs. Bound to be a big influence as well. A first European final for referee Danny McAlee of the Netherlands. Might be an empty stadium, but this will be very intense, as all the games have been, both here and in Portugal. Inter unchanged for the 4th game running. Romelu Lukaku attempting to extend a remarkable record of having scored in his last 10 games in the Europa League. And it's a poignant night for Ashley Young, who was injured for Manchester United when they won in the final 3 years ago. He makes it this time. None of this team have won a trophy with this famous club. They aim to put it right here tonight. Should be a good one, this, Robbie.
Should be a fantastic game. Inter 111 goals and all. Opportunity to win this.
Yeah. Make that the expression on his face when he came off, but he has. He just made that one change, bring in Luke de Jong. Just a hunch maybe that he's going to rediscover some goal-scoring form. D'Ambrosio here doing the covering back on the right-hand side. And the Sevilla players didn't like the look of that one bit as Reguilón goes down.
D'Ambrosio, isn't it? And you can see all the Sevilla officials down below us signaling for a card. And I'm sure they're signaling for a red card. I'm sure this will be checked. His elbow was up. We'll have to wait for the replay. Here we go. Just watch D'Ambrosio's right arm. No, he's just tried to hold him off. It's a foul. It's not intentional elbow, is it, Ian?
Peter Walton is with us, our refereeing expert. We'll call him in just a moment, maybe, about that. He had a second swipe, didn't he? But I don't think either made contact with the face, but he was... I think they knew about Reguilón's problems down the left-hand side. He's caused some havoc. Suso's going to take the free kick here. Former Liverpool player towards the near post. Nothing doing this time for Sevilla. Peter Walton, what did you think of that? Those calls from Inter for a red card there?
Well, it's clearly putting the pressure on the referee who's making his debut in the final this evening. So let's see how it goes. But there's pressure put on him. That wasn't a red card, as Robbie said. It was just a handoff. It was a foul, but no red card.
Ocampos, not very well dealt with at all. And just for a moment there, Inter wobbled, but they've got something going on the break here with Barella towards Lukaku, who's going to take on Diego Carlos, who's already given away 2 penalties in this competition in the last 2 rounds. And that might be another one.
Well, the referee's got a yellow card in his hand. For me, that has to be a red, because there's no intention at all to play the football. He's grabbed him outside the box. It continues inside. For me, it's going to be a yellow, but I think that should be a red. No intention to play the ball.
Well, what drama in the opening minutes here, and what a start for this referee in his first European final.
Here we go, great pace, strength. You can see he's grabbing him. No attempt to play the ball. That has to be a red card.
And it has to be a penalty too, doesn't it? Because it carries on inside the box. Peter Walton quickly on this one.
First of all, it's a penalty kick. We can clearly see the foul has happened with inside the area. Robbie's right there. It just raised the question, should that be a double jeopardy rule where the player going for the ball will get a yellow card? For me, I think that's a pull where he's not going for the ball and should have been a red card offence.
But it is yellow. He's backed off from that. That is a huge debating point, really. Just a yellow. Remarkably, that player has given away penalties in the quarter-final, the semi-final, and now the final. And Romelu Lukaku is going to have this penalty. He's 100% so far from the spot for Inter, 7 out of 7. Up against Yassine Bono, the goalkeeper, who did save against Raul Jimenez of Wolverhampton Wanderers, but was beaten by Bruno Fernandes of Manchester United. Lukaku does it! Inter ahead within 5 minutes, and Lukaku amazingly, has now scored in 11 successive games that he's played in this competition.
And his 34th goal for Inter this season, his debut season up there now with the great Ronaldo. Great penalty, little stutter, and then just puts it in the corner. Fantastic penalty. He won the penalty and he stuck it away. 1-0. He won the penalty and he stuck it away. 1-0 Inter.
Incident-packed start. Can do no wrong, it seems, since his move to Italy.
I said before the game to Daryl Curry, Ian, that if I was Lukaku, I'd be going onto Diego Carlos, and that's exactly what's happened. He's got the penalty. The yellow card is interesting. There was no intention to play the ball. I think they've got that one wrong, VAR.
Yeah, it wasn't just a mistimed challenge. He just cynically took him out.
Сам подошел, сам исполнил и 1-0. Самая настоящая революция.
Ambrosio is going to take the throw. Scorer of one of the goals in the semi-final when Inter hit 5 past Shakhtar Donetsk, who rather fell apart in the second half of the game. Here's the young defender Bastoni, who's made a very good impression this season coming into the side, keeping Skriniar out of it.
Yeah, I thought he played very well in the semi-final. Yeah, he wasn't under much pressure. He was composed on the ball. Great left foot.
Hugo Godin, who's attempting to win this competition for the 3rd time, did it twice with Atletico Madrid.
You listened to Ince before the game, Ian, the way that when Inter lose the ball, they all sprint back towards their own goal, try and get back in their shape. Some people say that they like to sit deep. It's just very good defensively. They're organised, but 112 goals now in all competitions. You know, watch them quite a lot in Serie A. They do like to attack teams.
That's a modern club record as well for Inter, by the way, that goal tally. So that's a jolt for Sevilla, who've come into this game on a club record 20 games unbeaten, going back to February the 9th. He was interesting, you're right Robbie, when they conceded against Manchester United they quickly gathered themselves together, started asking some quite big questions, came up with an equaliser. Tried their luck a bit and defend well at the start of the second half and then found a winning goal. Is Banega. Pulls the strings in midfield. Ocampos. Despite all the bandaging on his thigh, it seems okay. Suso to lay it wide. Navas to get an informed looking cross in, and De Vrij had to get his balance just to hustle that behind for the corner kick. Banega's going to take the corner kick. Both central defenders, of course, are in there. Luke de Jong comes out here to Suso. Diego Carlos was attacking it in there. It's come back to Suso again. Doesn't seem to have been thrown by that goal at all, do they?
No, the same happened against Manchester United when they conceded. They seemed to then just enjoy the possession of the football and have more possession against Manchester United, and you know, this is exactly what happened. You see it early, now taking control of the football.
Cordan lays it back. Navas plays it in, and there's the equalising goal. And the decision to play Luke de Jong has paid off because he's come up with a near post header. Some start here. 1-1 already.
What a start to the game. Luke de Jong making that run across the near post. Possession-based football.
And the decision to play Luke de Jong has paid off because he's come up with a near post header. Some start here. 1-1 already.
What a start to the game. Luke de Jong making that run across the near post. Possession-based football. All behind, but they're still composed.
Rocio's around this time. Diego Carlos does
Диего Карлоса это опасно. Его снова накрывают. Забирает мяч Лу.
Fällt doch danach. Dann verstehe ich, na was Unmut sogar.